Not everything needed at the sanctuary was imported from foreign places, like Hannon did. In Cala, several people dedicated their partial or whole time to serve their religious leaders, beside their daily tasks out in the fields. The presence of a sanctuary adds financial benefits for any given region, as it pushes forward all kinds of commercial activity. Beside priests, other servants of cult routines show up, like the writers taking charge of accounts, butchers cutting the sacrifice cattle in proper pieces, and the cleaners keeping the temple tidy and shiny. Perhaps a big part of them even took active part of the rituals, looking forward to becoming priests themselves someday. Outwards, shepherds were breeding the cattle intended to be sacrificed, bakers baking all sorts of bread and bakery for the offers and ritual meals. Perhaps even musicians and dancers might have performed whilst processions and rituals. There are also archaeological traces that make it certain to assume that potters worked on an exclusive basis in order to provide the sanctuary with cult items. No pottery shop was found, but the large amount of remains registered during the archaeological works stands for a whole family or group of them crafting all ritual figures needed for divine offers. Obviously, all of this is local produce.
What's the matter?
I'm thinking of Malco. I'm worried about his life.
Malco will be fine.
The most outstanding discovery relies on more than 2,000 bell-shaped pottery figures, found either whole or fragmented. Most of them are half-female bodies, mainly representing the goddess. The crafting process began with the sculpture of an original piece made of mud or wax. This was used to produce a one-face mold. The figure's back was formed flat by hand. The vast majority of them is made with local ochre or grey mud. The technique used is easily visible. Different coats overlapped from top to the bottom, filling up the mold and sealing it with a last coat of small mud flakes. After being baked, they were sometimes covered by a wide layer of calcium as a means of primer, being painted afterwards with bright colors, even with gold covering the goddess' face. Red and black are commonly used, though some clothings display harder to find colors, like green, blue, and turquoise, likely imported from overseas, since impossible to handcraft locally due to the specific complex production technique.